Hello, I'm just going to explain very quickly what we're going to be looking at in English over this coming half term. Most of our English work is going to be related to our topic all about oceans, and we're going to be starting off looking at a poem all about the sea and having a go at writing our own poems, thinking about how the sea can be described in what we call personification, in describing it like how a person would behave. We're also going to be learning about biographies and thinking about the biography of Jacques Cousteau, who was a very famous deep sea diver. And the third key piece of writing we're going to be doing is we're going to be writing an adventure story from the perspective of a deep sea diver and thinking about the dilemmas and problems they would come across during their work. So they should be some really quite fun pieces of writing to do. Obviously, we're still also going to be doing work on spellings and grammar and punctuation. And one of the key punctuation elements we're going to be looking at is using apostrophes, because this is something that children quite often get confused with. So we are going to be concentrating on this a fair bit. So there are two key ways that apostrophes are used. The first one the children have already done quite a bit of work on, and that is when apostrophes can be used to show missing letters. So in this sentence here we've got, I cannot come to the party. The words cannot can be what we call contracted or shortened to make can't. And where the letters have been taken out, an apostrophe gets put in to show where the missing letters are. Now, it's quite common for children to put the apostrophe in the wrong place in this kind of word and put it between the A and the N rather than between the N and the T to show that the O has been taken out. Okay, so we focus quite a bit on the children thinking about how the word has changed from the original word into the contracted version. The other way that apostrophes are used is to show possession when something belongs to somebody. And there are a couple of different ways that this works. So there's an example here, Mrs. Clark's computer. The computer belongs to Mrs. Clark. There's only one Mrs. Clark, so the apostrophe goes before the S. So it comes between the name of the person who it belongs to and the S. Again, it's really important that the children understand that the apostrophe has to go in the right place for it to be correct. When things belong to more than one person, the apostrophe comes after the S. So, for example here, the boys' cloakroom, there's more than one boy because it's the boys out of the whole class. The apostrophe goes after the S. If it was before the S, it would be something that just belongs to one boy. The players' changing room, the exact rule applies. There's more than one player, so the apostrophe goes after the S. And the teacher's staff room, again, there's more than one teacher. The staff room doesn't just belong to one teacher, so the apostrophe goes after the S there. Okay, so hopefully that has given you a little bit of idea about what we're going to be doing in English this year, or this half term rather. What we would also really like to do is for your child to carry on or get into, if they haven't already, using Myon to do some reading, and also to regularly read their accelerated reader book at home if they can, and then they can do quizzes in school on that and build up points. The children really quite enjoy doing that. And we will be continuing to put spellings on Seesaw on a Friday that we've covered in class for your child to practice, with a view to them using those spellings correctly in their writing. Okay, so I hope this has been helpful for you.